Welcome to the Clever Hound Expert Sparks team. Today's trick is going to be a fun one for the dogs that really like to use their noses. It's to find the object with your scent. Before we get started, I want to show you a few different objects that you could use. One, and this would be sort of the traditional thing, would be utility obedience scent articles. These are numbered, they're dumbbells, so the dogs will tend to retrieve them. In the obedience ring, they actually have to retrieve them to you. This is a nice option if you have them, but most of you probably don't, and it's a pretty expensive option. So I don't recommend that you go out and buy scent articles if you don't already have them. But if your dog knows how to do utility scent discrimination from obedience trials, feel free to just go ahead and use your regular articles. Another option can be to use either a cotton glove or cotton socks. Fabric holds scent really nicely. These are things that you can get pretty inexpensively, or you can even raid your laundry basket. It's nice if you have a few items that are the same. So socks and gloves work pretty well for this. What I'm going to use today, and this is going to be a new trick for Chili, is canning lids. They don't at this level need to retrieve the item, they just have to have a way of letting you know which one has your scent. So I'm going to use the canning lids, and rather than having Chili retrieve the item to me, I'm just going to have her let me know by nose targeting and indicating which one. So I'm going to start off with just one lid, and I'm going to rub it really well between my hands to get some scent on here. And I'm just going to reward her for interacting with it. Good. Good girl. And I'm going to reward right there on the item. And that was not the best timing. Good. I do have my lids numbered with a Sharpie just so that I can make sure that we have the right one as we start to have more. Good. Okay, so she's consistently targeting that lid, but she doesn't necessarily know why yet. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a second lid down, and I'm only going to reward her for targeting the one that smells like me. In the beginning, this is going to be mostly guessing and luck on her part, but the more we do it, the more she's going to be consistent. I'm going to rescent it periodically by rubbing it between my hands. And I'm clicking when her nose touches the correct lid, and I'm just doing nothing when it touches the incorrect lid. We've been pretty successful, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a third one down. But only the lid that smells like me gets the reward. And I'm not getting obsessive. I am touching the edges of the incorrect lids. You can use tongs if you think it's going to be really difficult for your dog. But dogs are pretty good at figuring out which one smells most like you. So I'm going to go ahead and put a fourth one down. And again, I'm only rewarding at the one that smells like me. So the others are just stuff out there. Good. You probably won't get up to this many lids in your first try. I'm going to go ahead and pick those up while I'm talking so I don't confuse her. It'll probably take you a few tries to get to that many lids. If you choose to use something like a glove or a sock and your dog does offer to retrieve the correct item, that's fine. You could even use 4 or 5 identical tennis balls. Whatever you have a bunch of, that's pretty straightforward. But the canning lids work really nicely because the dogs are going to mostly just indicate by putting their nose on it, not necessarily retrieving, but it is a nice clear indication. So decide what you want to use. If you have questions about whether an item will be suitable, feel free to ask on the group page and I will answer them for you. I would try to stick with something that doesn't have a strong odor itself, which is why canning lids also work nicely because metal doesn't really smell like very much to a dog. But have fun with this. Enjoy playing with your dog's nose and post your videos when you have them. I'll look forward to seeing them.